Hello, my name is Carlos. I am the owner of here Tentempié Madrid, which is a tapas bar. I'm from Madrid, Spain. And just to make this short and clear, I have always wanted to have a taste of Spain in the community. Here in Westchester County, New York, there are quite a lot of people that have traveled to Spain, and I have given them something to remember or recall the flavors and their experience in Spain. And now that we have it here, people love it. We have been voted the best tapas bar here in Westchester County in 2020. And that says a lot because we get that kind of award or acknowledgement through the people. And that is the reason why I'm petitioning and looking for all kinds of help. We started this concept, and when we started prior to the pandemic, things were like a good business. It was climbing every month, it was getting better and better. Then came the pandemic, and we had to close for 4.5 months. 4.5 months of uncertainty. We didn't know if we were going to be able to reopen. But I've always wanted in this as a dream, but also I did not want to take this away from the community and for the following, for all the followers that we have. Now, understanding that we reopened in mid July. When we reopened in mid July, we again, it was like starting over. I had used all my available funds and savings, and I said, you know what? I will give it a try. One last effort to make this happen and to make this Tentempié Madrid, make it survive, make it exist for the hopefully after this pandemic is over. Unfortunately, the after the summer, the town, I mean, sorry, the village of Mamaroneck, they had allowed the street dining. They had allowed sidewalk cafe. So therefore, I paid the fees. I complied with everything they wanted. I was able to do the sidewalk cafe as well as having greenhouses that were very specific. That was able to put a table in each greenhouse. Doing this, it helped tremendously to maintain the restaurant open, especially during the good weather. Even bad weather, we were able to maintain tables outside. Unfortunately, the village of Mamaroneck has decided not to have that street dining or sidewalk cafe because they're saying that that's an option that they went with and they don't want that to happen here. Ironically, we have a town, couple of towns next to the village of Mamaroneck, and they have, example, like Larchmont, New York, they have allowed street dining, and they indeed not only allowed it, but they support the mayor, support the people, and the people support the mayor. And it's a good relationship because as we speak today, they have igloos, they have greenhouses, they're heated, they comply with all the COVID 19 safety standards, and they're open, they operate, they're surviving. With us, unfortunately, I don't foresee without any assistance how we can possibly survive. Understanding that it must be stated that my restaurant, prior to the pandemic, the maximum capacity indoor is 90. With the pandemic, I am forced to only have no more than 9 people at a time, and that just makes it extremely difficult. Despite the fact that I have built partitions, glass partitions, and made every effort, and we comply with the state standards of safety that we sanitize. We do everything that they ask. And yet, this village and even the county, they just don't want us, not just me, but the rest of the restaurants in the community, to survive or to at least be able to break even, to at least look forward to the spring. Well, in all, I have included pictures of the greenhouses where you can see how we able to make it not just pleasant and safe and for the customer, but we also made it pleasant for the village. It was been an addition. People have welcomed it. It gives that sensation of being back in Europe. Outside dining, it's the way to go nowadays. One of the things that I strongly want to have is I want to continue, and with this type of funding, I want to be able to maintain the doors open. Uh, the people cannot understand and they cannot believe how the village of Mamaroneck have refused to assist in any way possible to help the business people. I have in turn just barely surviving. We're just but very optimistic that things are getting better, and I'm looking forward of being able to, get some assistance from not just from foundations, but from the government, and see if it's true that they will start helping people once again. I did get the minimum assistance in the first pandemic round. The second round, we don't know because nothing has been approved, nothing has been really been in concrete where one can see if we can use that money or not. I'm, I am very excited to be able to once again serve my tapas, which includes, authentic dishes from Spain. We are very excited, and the few people that still manage to come in because people still scared to dine in. People still don't want to feel inside. People don't want to. They always call asking if we have the greenhouses. They still call and see if we have outdoor dining. And then when they want to eat inside, they want to make sure that there's no more than 6 feet apart and all that and the capacity. Once I explain that to them, they're very happy to hear it, but they're still very, very doubtful whether they want to eat it or not. Our takeout, some of the things that we want to implement, we've been trying to do a lot of more takeouts, a lot of more pickups. Unfortunately, tapas, it's something that has to be prepared fresh at the moment. So a lot of the tapas do not travel well. So once again, I'm pleading for anyone that to understand that it's not just me that is going through this hardship. It is all of us in the industry. And if there's any way that I can be successful in the future, I would like to turn around and be able to help others in our industry.
Well, restaurant owners in one Westchester village are scrambling to fill their tables after officials ended the option to eat outdoors. News 12's Jonathan Gordon has more on their pleas for relief.
Restaurants are stocking up for winter service. But in Mamaroneck, they're facing a future without one of their biggest safety nets, outdoor dining. On Tuesday, all outdoor dining permits in the village expired. Setting tables on the sidewalk, in parking spaces, and propane heaters are done for the year. The fear is that without sidewalk dining, these restaurants won't be able to survive the winter on indoor dining alone. That's how Tentempié Madrid tapas bar owner Carlos Garcia feels. His permit allowed him to use these glass houses outdoors. Now he's limited to 9 people inside.
By them taking that out, they're pretty much putting me out of business.
Nearly 20 restaurant owners have signed a petition asking the village to reconsider, just hoping to keep their doors open long enough to see their outdoor tables full once again. In Mamaroneck, Jonathan Gordon, News 12.